So previously I got a Western Digital Elements 8TB drive on bench to specifically skin for its hard drive, and I actually have many of these and I've done quite a few of them in terms of skinning them, so I figured I'd post a video on how to do that. So here we have the drive itself. You can see pretty basic housing. There's no exposed screws or anything, so this part ends up being pretty easy. What you're gonna have to do is put it on its top, and you need to get into this edge right here along the seam. And what I usually use to do that is the same tools that you would use for like screen replacement on a cell phone. So we've got a couple of spudging tools, we have a couple of spatulas of sorts that are metal, and these are probably the best way to do it. You could also do it with a screwdriver, but that tends to tear up the case. So if you're trying to reuse the case for some reason, you probably want to use these because they're nice and rounded. So then I'm basically just jamming that in wherever I can find a room, and you can hear it clicking. Oh, and there we go. So that pretty much pops open. Most of these clips remain undamaged, but I'll show you at the end there are a few that end up breaking. So once you have that sort of in, we basically slide a spatula in the edge like you see here. And this isn't really lined up on the screen very well, but now you can see that we basically just keep a spacer in there to keep the clips from reconnecting, and then we slowly go around until we've done all of the ones on the three sides that aren't the curved side on the front. And we do the same thing on the other side, basically just getting the spatula into anywhere along here that you can find a spot. Usually it's around, for the Western Digital drives, it's almost always around where the plugs are. And then you just kind of work your way around until you get most of them. And then you can basically, if you have the hand strength, you can basically skin it with your hands and pull it out. From there, the front slides out like that, so you can see I'm having to sort of lever on it a bit. There it goes. And then you should be able to slide the drive right out like that. So after that, it's pretty much just discard the case. And you can see on the screen, you can actually see where a little bit of the clip actually flies away. But basically, most of the time, the case ends up relatively undamaged. You could clip it back together if you needed to replace the hard drive. So first, I always go through and take a look at what I need to do and take a look how I think it comes apart. For this, we just need a Phillips screw, probably a Phillips number 2, and we need to take the screw off the back and also remove the activity piping light thing, because you'll just break that as soon as you start to slide it. So I take the screw off, which is like right on the back side of the PCB for the SATA to USB adapter, and then you're basically just trying to loosen up the housing around the edges, and after that it should just push out the front. So if you have the label towards you, just push and it'll fall out. There's rubber isolators that hold the drive in. That's basically all that holds the drive into place, of these rubber isolators. Once that's out, we pretty much just have one final screw, which is up here on like the hard drive, the place where you would normally attach hard drives on a case. And it's not even in there very tightly. You can just pretty much take it out. And there's a tiny little metal bracket that comes off after you take the screw out, and then this thing just slides out. So that's pretty much how you get it off. It's really quite simple. The PCB itself is quite small, and now you have a USB adapter, to SATA adapter if you use one on your bench. And that's pretty much it. It's a relatively simple procedure. If you have any questions or comments, leave those below, but that's going to do it for me for now. Thanks for watching.